the Crypto Dough Show. Now I'm doing a quick update while I wait on some food. So let's talk about crypto. Let's talk about Vanguard and how I believe, everyone is calling for this 4-year cycle. I don't think we're having a 4-year cycle. And the reason why I say this is the institution is here. They're going to make the market so unpredictable that why would we keep going down the same? Why are we going to keep repeating the same patterns if something new is injected, which is the institutions? Now, we all know that the market makers, which is considered the institutions to me in Wall Street, they move markets. They make markets. They make things bounce. They trick the market into selling. They do all these things to ultimately benefit them and to have the retail investors sitting on the sideline, right? So now I think you have to move, and not financial advice, but you have to move as if you're an institutional investor. When they sell, you buy. And they're 9 times out of 10, they're not selling, right? They're continuously buying and buying and buying. What I've noticed is that the retail investors, or the people that have lack of conviction, they're the one that's literally selling. The people that don't believe in the market. Well, ask yourself this. If the institutional investors believe in the market and they was late on this belief, what are you doing? Let me repeat. If the institutional investors, they came late to the party, right? But they still attended. And now they want to extend the party because they see as fit, let's have an after party that lasts for eons, right? So they begin to say, you know what? Let's devise a plan to trick all the retail investors and the people that lack the conviction with Bitcoin and crypto and certain altcoins, right? Let's create a slippery slope. Let's not tell them what we're doing. Well, if we're telling them what we're doing, it's already going to be too late because we ourselves, we already are scooping crypto up. They've been buying Bitcoin for a while. If that's the case, right? If crypto wasn't legit or didn't have a future, why would they make ETFs off of it? Now, we understand that ETF can be a money laundering thing if you understand what ETFs are, right? But it actually injects more money into the actual assets, right? Or it represents the asset indirectly, but not so directly, right? Let me acknowledge the chat. SLB 3900 said, "Hey, bud, what's going on?" SLB said, "Hey, bud, what's going on? What's going on? Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel." So with that being said, right, Vanguard came out just yesterday stating that they're going to allow people or allow their clients to actually buy Bitcoin ETFs. Vanguard, like, no shade or all the shade in the world, but you're kind of late to the party. You're at the after party now. You missed the main event. These companies are coming in now because they know they have missed Bitcoin being at 30,000, $1, $20, $30. So they won't get the returns like some people that stayed in Bitcoin for years, 13, 14, 15 years. They won't get those returns. Let me repeat. They will not get those returns. So what are they basically trying to do? They're trying to have you to sell or shake you out the market so then they can scoop up what you have, because once Bitcoin runs out, it runs out. I told you guys I did the math. It's only 1 million Bitcoin left. And the last time I checked, the United States planned on buying 200,000 Bitcoin in the next 4 to 5 years, 250,000 a year, 250,000 Bitcoin a year. They're basically saying that they're coming after what's left. I don't think people understand it. They basically saying they have a budget, they have a plan to get all the Bitcoin. And they're trying to do it in 4 years. And remember, this is just the United States coming up with this plan. China has a plan. Russia has a plan. El Salvador has a plan. Different nations has a plan. So everyone is actually running to actually accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible, right? Or the cryptos that they believe as possible, because they understand that once it's out, supply demand, boom, skyrocket. Supply demand, boom, skyrocket. So Vanguard is late to the party. BlackRock has been late to the party as well. A lot of these institutional market makers, right, that move stocks, that move hedge funds, that does business with the Federal Reserve, for some reason they're doubling down on crypto more than ever before. And I understand why, because if you look at the US dollar, if you look at fiat currency, if you look at where the world is headed in the next 25 to 50 year projection, this is long term, right? You would know that certain things won't even be valuable anymore. Crypto will be. And not on a monetary value, right? But on a technological value. It's tech. Cryptocurrency is literally tech. You got some cryptocurrency that's gonna like H bar is gonna lead in quantum resistance. For example, we're gonna have a quantum issue in the future. We're already coming out with quantum computers that can figure out your password and everything else, and not take 10 years, 20 years to figure out your password, but they can do it in milliseconds. They have something for that. So crypto is not, and blockchain isn't just monetary value. When you look at and you do the white paper and the research on the crypto, don't just look at the money, right? Look at what the tech actually does, because you're investing in the tech. NSA is going to invest in H-bar. National security, they're going to invest in H-bar. You got people that want to invest in XRP. You got the Saudi Arabians want to invest in XRP. You got so many different things that's happening, but yet crypto is so dead. This is why I don't worry about when crypto swing. When crypto swing, it goes for the people that only cares about money. I didn't buy crypto just for money. Yes, that's one part of it. I have a portfolio where I'm simply trading, but I also have something that I'm holding for a very long time. What's in your portfolio? And what's the stretch? How long do you plan on holding? And do you invest in things that actually change the space? I've been researching linear, right? I like Clinker, because I think that the base ecosystem is going to skyrocket. I like Vanguard coin because it's going to be part of the base ecosystem. I'm in love with Zora. I'm just naming a few projects that I've been on lately. I like Reactive Token. These are the new projects that I've been just indulging with, researching and making sure that, hey, let's see what can happen from this point on, right? Let's see what can happen from this point on. You know? So with that being said, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think. Now, like I said, and I did on my last videos, if Bitcoin doesn't go above 94K and stay above that, because now it's playing with the 94, it's at 93,000, 94K. If it does not go above that, then you could say that we're still in a bearish market. If it does not pop above that, right? Then you could say we're still in some form of the market still can come down before it then goes back up. That's just being real. That's just being real. You know? So still keep some money on the side. Can't give you financial advice, but it's a lot of bullish catalysts. Oh, last thing I wanted to talk about, QE. December 1st, QE start. That's another thing that probably drove Bitcoin price to go up. You got Vanguard. Positive catalyst. Vanguard now is allowing clients to have a certain kind of portfolio. Excellent, right? Excellent. Now you have quantitative easing that just begun December 1st. You have December rate cuts, December 9th and 10th. That's around the corner. That's sometime next week. So what does that tell you? It's too many bullish things that's happening in the space. Too many bullish things that's happening in the space. But on that note, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. It's Crypto Doe once again, giving you a quick update on what's actually going on. Appreciate everyone for tuning on in. If this is your first time here, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm Crypto Doe once again. Go check out my crypto merch as well. All right, put on your seatbelt. It's Crypto Doe. It's time to take off in 5.